The Boy with Three Legs. In the heart of Nyando, a remote village nestled deep in the Serengeti plains, life was simple. Thatched roof huts dotted the landscape, and the air was thick with the sound of cicadas and the laughter of children playing barefoot in the red soil. But on the night Nuru was born, silence blanketed the village like a shroud. It was said that a baby born under the full moon during the harmattan winds would bring either great fortune or calamity. That night, the wind howled through the village, rattling doors and shaking trees. Inside the midwife's hut, Amoni, a young mother, screamed in labor while elders murmured prayers outside. When Nuru finally arrived, the midwife gasped. His cry pierced the night, but all eyes were on his tiny body. He had 3 legs, 2 perfectly normal ones and a third protruding awkwardly from his left hip. The midwife hesitated before wrapping him in a cloth, unsure whether to celebrate or weep. The news spread quickly. Villagers came to see the cursed child, their faces a mix of fear and curiosity. Whispers of witchcraft and ancestral wrath rippled through Nyando. "He is an omen," an elder declared. "This boy will bring ruin upon us." Despite her husband's pleading, Amoni refused to abandon her son. She named him Nuru, meaning a light, hoping he would shine in a world that sought to dim him. From an early age, Nuru was treated as an outcast. Children refused to play with him, and their parents kept a wary distance. He walked with a lopsided gait, his third leg dragging behind him, and endured taunts daily. "Three-legged freak," they jeered. "You belong to the spirits." Nuru found solace in nature. The forest became his sanctuary, where he could run freely, away from prying eyes. His extra leg made him swift, and he could climb trees with uncanny ease. Animals seemed unafraid of him, and he often sat among the baboons, feeling a kinship he never found with humans. One day, while wandering deeper into the forest than ever before, Nuru discovered an ancient baobab tree. Its trunk was scarred with symbols he didn't recognize. As he touched the tree, he felt a strange warmth flow through him. That night, he dreamed of a man with 3 legs like his, standing at the edge of a vast river, beckoning him. When Nuru turned 12, a famine struck Nyando. Crops withered, and the river ran dry. The villagers' fears boiled over. "This is his doing," they shouted. "The cursed boy has angered the ancestors." A council meeting was called, and the elders decreed that Nuru must leave the village to save them from further misfortune. Amoni wept as she packed a small bag for her son, pressing a charm into his hand. "This will protect you," she whispered. "Remember, my light, you are more than their fear." Nuru wandered for days, surviving on berries and water from shallow streams. He eventually stumbled upon a bustling town, unlike anything he had seen. Tall buildings made of stone loomed over busy streets filled with traders, musicians, and storytellers. But even here, his third leg drew stares and whispers. Desperate for work, he approached a blacksmith named Jabari, who agreed to take him in despite his odd appearance. Under Jabari's mentorship, Nuru learned the art of forging. His third leg, once a source of shame, gave him stability and strength as he worked the bellows and hammered molten metal. Over time, Jabari became a father figure, teaching him not only the craft but also resilience. One evening, an old woman entered the forge, her eyes cloudy but piercing. She studied Nuru intently before speaking. "You carry the mark of the river spirit," she said. "Your third leg is not a curse but a gift. Seek the river of souls, and you will understand." The woman's words haunted Nuru, and he decided to seek the fabled river of souls. His journey led him across vast deserts, treacherous mountains, and dense jungles. Along the way, he encountered both kindness and cruelty, each encounter shaping him. When he finally reached the river, its waters shimmered with an otherworldly glow. Standing at the edge was the man from his dreams, his 3 legs rooted firmly in the earth. "Welcome, Nuru," the man said. "You are one of us, the guardians of balance. Our third leg connects us to the spirit world, grounding us in both realms. Your journey has only begun." As the man spoke, Nuru felt his doubts and fears melt away. For the first time, he saw his third leg not as a deformity but as a bridge to something greater. Years later, a grown and confident Nuru returned to Nyando. The village had changed, ravaged by time and hardship. When the villagers saw him, they fell silent, their shame palpable. Nuru didn't come seeking revenge or validation. He shared stories of his journey and offered his skills as a blacksmith and healer. Slowly, the villagers began to see him not as a curse but as a blessing. By the time he left again, Nyando was thriving, its people united by the boy they had once rejected. Nuru's story spread across the land, a tale of resilience and redemption. And though he continued to wander, his heart always carried the light his mother had seen in him the day he was born.